How you doing, guys? I have another video. This video is about Joe Biden. His closing argument. Kulinski gave a pretty good um, analysis on Joe Biden closing argument, because basically the election is basically done, guys, and whether you for Joe Biden or not for Joe Biden wasn't the best guy I wanted to win. I think I was more for Elizabeth Warren, more for like a little bit of Bernie, but I think Bernie was too intense for me. I was more of Elizabeth Warren. But what messed me up with Elizabeth Warren, she messed up all the time with Bernie. She totally screwed up the relationship. I did not want that to happen. So it was a messy election. The other guy is enjoying. I think enjoying philosophy was pretty good. The UBI thing would work for me, definitely. $1,000 a month, definitely. So that's where we are. So basically, he gives us like Kyle Kulinski is going to give us like a little summary, an analysis of the Joe Biden closing ad, and then after he finished talk, we're going to talk about it. All right, see ya.
Is closing argument ads for the election. There's two separate ones here. I put them together. One of them is more personal. The other one is more political. Let's take a look at it and then we'll grade how good of a job he did.
My name is Jill Biden, and I want to tell you about my husband, Joe. I first met Joe 2 years after a car accident injured his sons and killed his wife and his baby daughter. His life had been shattered, but as one of Joe's favorite quotes reminds us, faith sees best in the dark. Joe's faith helped him channel his grief into purpose. It gave him the strength to fight hard for other people's families in the Senate, and then take a 2-hour train ride home every day to be there for his own. Right now, a lot of families are hurting, and I know in my heart that if we entrust this nation to Joe, he will do for these families what he did for ours. Bring us together. Help us find light in the darkness. Keep hope for the future alive in all of us.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message. I started this campaign saying we're in the battle for the soul of the nation. I believe that even more deeply today. Who we are, what we stand for, and maybe most importantly, who we are going to be is all at stake. Character is on the ballot, the character of the country, and this is our opportunity to leave the dark, angry politics of the past 4 years behind us, to choose hope over fear, unity over division, science over fiction. I believe it's time to unite the country, to come together as a nation, but I can't do it without you, so I'm asking for your vote. We need to remember, this is the United States of America, and there's never been anything we've been unable to do when we've done it together. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
So as usual, when it comes to Joe Biden, I have two separate commentaries, because one is not enough. First, I'll give you my commentary, then I'll give you my more objective view of the situation, not through my incredibly cynical and pessimistic eyes. So, I mean, right off the bat, when he says at the end there, we're the United States of America, there's nothing we can't do. You're the guy who says all the time we can't do Medicare for all. You say it all the time. I mean, it's insulting, and it's disrespectful, and every other developed nation has one version or another of a universal healthcare system. Somehow they could figure it out and do it. We can't do it. Even though all the studies on it say, with a single-payer system, with a Medicare for all system, you cover everybody with healthcare, and it costs $5 trillion less over a decade. And you save for at least 45,000 lives every single year. Can't do it. There's nothing we can't do as Americans, except Medicare for all, we can't do that. Except ending the wars, we can't do that either. We have to keep some troops there. Except free college, I'm not so hot on that one. Green New Deal, can't do that one, sorry. Well, I have my own Biden plan, which waters it down, and then we do that. So wait, which is it? Which is it? There's nothing we can't do, or any bold agenda is something we can't do. It's too much. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Because, guys, the point of what he's doing is to make it a platitude. That's it. Like, the whole point is, let me give you airy rhetoric that you'll interpret however you want. Not like, I will actually do these concrete things to fix the country. So the first one was the first ad was the personal story there. You saw it. Listen, from my perspective, even though he has a very compelling personal story, listen, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And the reason I don't want to hear it is because there is zero connection between what you went through and how you govern. There's just not. You know, the argument was, oh, faith sees best in the dark. Because Joe went through this terrible time, he fought for other families in the Senate just as hard. And that's just not true. I mean, this is the guy who did the bankruptcy bill, which made it harder for, student loans. You can't file for bankruptcy on student loans. Other forms, if you're in debt in other ways, you can file for bankruptcy, not student loans. You thank this guy for that. You know, he was for the NSA spying. He was for the Iraq War. I mean, the list goes on and on. The crime bill. So don't give me this nonsense about he had personal tragedy, therefore he can understand if other people have tragedies and he's sympathetic. But he's not. His voting record is not sympathetic. He argued on the floor of the Senate to cut Social Security and Medicare and make a deal with Republicans. That's the opposite of sympathy for other people. So listen, again, my commentary is, God, he's so full of shit. But the other commentary I have is, older voters eat this shit up. They eat it up, dog. They eat it up. They love it. They love it. It's only younger voters, just like that MSNBC town hall we saw the other day where they were ripping everybody in sight. Younger voters are like, let me see your policies and I will evaluate based on that. Older voters are like, policy? What's a policy? I've never even heard of that. Do they say flowery words and make me feel good? Is it like I'm watching a rom-com movie when they talk? Then I like them.
So you heard it right from the man. That is a fact. Older voters, they eat that stuff up, and that the ad that Joe Biden put out, it's a good ad for older voters, and that's what he's trying to get. He's trying to get the suburban and the older voters, and he's winning. He's doing a pretty good job. But when it comes to substance, that's what Kulinski is saying. He has no substance. He has no view, no vision for the country with policies. I think Biden should at least put like one good policies, but he doesn't even want to do that. The guy is kind of weird. I mean, give the people the progressive one. I think look, you know what? If I was Biden, because I'm kind of like a not hardcore left also, I would say one thing. You know what? Let me pull out all the troop of all the war. Let me end all the war within 1 year after I become president. So within 6 months, or maybe 6 months, after I become president, I will end all the war. Just an abrupt end of all the war, without taking no responsibility and not caring what anybody said. I think that's the way to go. I mean, those war we started, we get involved in other nation problem. We think we can fix them. We cannot fix those problems. We have to learn that. Let's stay home. Let's watch for the country. Let's build our military. Let's build infrastructure, and that's it. Okay, guys. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good one. I hope you subscribe to my channel. Thank you.